High aerial descends through thin cloud into the ancient volcanic caldera. Stone cave mouths stud the cliff walls tier upon tier. On the Starstone's ridge, a blue dragon and rider sit motionless against a sky with a faint green cast. Title cards appear in clean serifed letter forms over warm stone, each fading before the next arrives. The final card dissolves as the camera settles toward the hatching ground arch below.
A procession of white-robed candidates strides through a corridor carved into volcanic cliff. Betterly sets a punishing pace at the front. Keevan jogs at the back, stretching his stride to its limit and still falling behind.
Keevan cranes upward past the dark mouths of dragon caves stacked up the cliff toward the Starstone's ridge, aching longing on his face.
High on the ridge, the blue-watched dragon spreads iridescent wings against the green-cast sky, holds the pose, then folds the wings and returns to statue-still vigil.
Keevan puts his head down and runs, falling further behind but refusing to stop.
Wide crane descends into a vast volcanic cavern. Deep hot sand underfoot. 40 mottled eggs in loose clusters radiating heat shimmer. Candidates file in. Keevan arrives last at the outer edge, chest heaving. The wing second stands at the clutch's center.
There are only 40 eggs and 72 of you. Some may be disappointed. That doesn't mean you aren't Dragon Rider material. Now, move among the eggs. Touch them. We don't know that it helps, but it certainly doesn't hurt.
Bitterly drifts with studied casualness to stand closest to the bronze-marked egg, staking his claim wordlessly while the other candidates disperse.
Keevan crouches alone beside a small greenish-blue egg set apart from the others. He touches it with both hands, expression going quiet and private. He has clearly done this many times before.
I don't know why you're even allowed in this impression, Keevan. There are enough of us without a babe.
I'm of age.
You can't see over an egg. You'd better stand in front or the dragons won't find you at all. Course, you could get run down in the scramble that way.
You'd better make sure a dragon sees you this time, Bitterly. You're nearly overage, aren't you?
Having older candidates only makes sense. Why waste 4 or 5 years of a dragon's fighting prime waiting for his rider to grow up?
Any boy over 12 turns has the right to stand in the hatching ground. Only a dragon, each particular dragon, knows what he wants in a rider. They never seem to make mistakes.
Has there ever been a case where a hatchling didn't choose?
You say the most outrageous things, Lessa.
Well, has there ever been a case where a dragon didn't choose?
Then we continue in this tradition.
Keevan pressed against the stone wall in shadow, hearing Lessa's verdict, his face a mask of controlled dread slowly and quietly easing.
They're going to keep me from this impression.
There's lots of talk around a supper table, Keevan, and it cools as soon as the supper does.
I believe dragons see into a man's heart. Goodness, honesty, courage, patience. I've seen many a well-grown lad left standing in favor of someone not so strong or tall. All my fosterlings make dragon riders.
The first time?
Go to sleep.
Heard the news, babe.
I have no time for guessing games. I'll have that shovel back, Bitterly.
Babes don't give orders to candidates around here.
They wrestle for the shovel. Betterly drives the handle into Keevan's chest. Keevan tips over the barrow and strikes the stone edge of the bunker. He goes down hard and does not move. Betterly drops the shovel and walks away fast.
Hatching.
No loving, though there's some as won't be at any hatching again.
Keevan, tell me what happened at the rock bunker. Betterly will not stand at another impression. His conduct proves him unacceptable to the Weyr. You, Keevan, remain a candidate.
I'm still a candidate?
You are and you aren't, Lovey. Now rest.
No. No. Not without me. Keevan seizes his white tunic and drags it over his head. He cannot stand, nothing near enough to grip. He lowers himself to the floor and descends the stone ramp on his hands and rear, splinted legs straight out with slow, terrible effort.
Keevan hauls himself upright with a long, crook-necked pole swaying. The humming fills the corridor. then stops. Silence falls like a blade. His face breaks. Then it sets. He moves.
Wide crane on the great open bowl. Midday sun, every soul at the hatching ground. Keevan emerges from the lower corridor arch into blinding light. The distance to the hatching ground is immense. He sets off. Hop, thud of the pole, drag of the splinted leg.
Keevan falls twice onto the hot sand. Each time he pushes himself up, the white tunic no longer white. A crowd's exhaled cheer rises faintly from inside the hatching ground. He drives himself faster. His breathing is the only sound in the empty bowl.
Keevan staggers through the great arch. The heat of the sand hits bare feet. He scans the scene. Eggs mostly cracked, impressions made, barely any eggs still whole. He is too late.
Keevan scrambles toward the shadowed wall. He falls. He lies still, pressing his face into the warm sand and the shadows. His shoulders shake.
Go away! Leave me alone!
Why? Don't you like me?
My name is Heth. I'm hungry.
You're perfect. You're the most beautiful dragon in all the wares of Pern.
What's his name, Keevan?
Heth. His name is Heth. Dragons are born hungry. Flar, give the boy a hand. He can barely manage his own legs, much less a dragon's.
We'll be just fine. Thank you. You may be the smallest dragon rider ever, young Keevan, but you're one of the bravest.
Keevan loops an arm around Heth's neck. They move together through the great arch and into the blazing bowl light, stick-thumping, splinted leg dragging, Heth wobbling and listing sideways. Both barely holding the other up, a single voice in the crowd begins to cheer. Others take it up.
Wide crane holds on the Weyr bowl as Keevan and Heth walk side by side toward the far wall, dwindling. The cheering echoes off the ancient volcanic walls long after the two figures have grown very small. Hold.
Credits roll over a locked wide shot of the Weyr bowl at golden hour. Empty now, but for the distant silhouette of a small boy and a small bronze dragon walking side by side toward the far wall, growing smaller until they are gone.